Hello, I'm Jim Lampley. Once abandoned child Victor Ortiz has risen from terrible circumstances to become a rising star in the talent-loaded 140-pound weight class in boxing, and has mounted enough wins, with the exception of one stunning disappointment, to edge into the discussion of the top half dozen or so fighters in the division. Here, with the one stumble mixed in, let's take a look at Victor Ortiz's greatest hits.
November 2007, in a fight billed as the biggest test of his young career, Ortiz faced the battle-tested Carlos Mausa. In round one, Mausa was leaving himself wide open, and Ortiz didn't miss.
Straight left hand that dumps Mausa on his rump. He's not going to make it. That's a first-round knockout, 1 minute and 15 seconds into the fight.
December 2008, the 21-year-old Ortiz squared off with Jeffrey Resto. And once again, Ortiz wasted no time showing off his power.
Not strong enough to take that straight left hand. A decisive straight left by Ortiz. Resto seems disappointed in himself that he isn't seeing these punches coming.
The Ortiz onslaught continued against his overmatched opponent.
It just doesn't appear that Resto is in position to defend himself against the quickness and power of Ortiz. Here's the third knockdown of the fight. So it's a second-round knockout for Victor Ortiz.
3 months later, Ortiz looked to turn in another star-making performance, this time against Mike Arnudis. Ortiz found his mark in round two.
Good left hand by Ortiz. Arnudis eats an uppercut, and the referee steps in and stops it.
Victor Ortiz is fast becoming one of the best fighters in boxing. When Ortiz has you hurt, he gets you out of there.
June 2009, Ortiz was back 3 months later on schedule for a matchup with the heavy-fisted Marcos Maidana at Staples Center. Once again, Ortiz was fast out of the gate in the opening round.
Ortiz got caught leaning, then he landed a right and a left combination. Counter right, and then Ortiz drops Maidana.
But moments later, Maidana returned the favor, and the slugfest was on.
Ortiz gets dropped from a big right hand.
And his legs are very shaky.
Can Maidana finish him? Ortiz short left.
We're thinking about both guys are punching.
What a round one. Both men have been down.
The pace in round two was just as furious.
Ortiz tried to load up a power shot. Maidana countered right hand. Drops Maidana. Here comes Ortiz trying to finish it here in round two. Steps in with a left. Hooks to the body. Maidana trying to fight back. He goes down again.
Having knocked Maidana down 3 times in the first 2 rounds, Ortiz was seemingly in control. But Maidana recovered and turned the tide in round 5.
They exchange big shots and then hold on. Now they try to fight out of it. Ortiz is cut on the right eyebrow.
The way these guys are going, anybody can go down.
Good shot by Maidana. Right up the middle. Big right hand by Maidana.
Maidana cannot miss with the right hand.
A Maidana left hand created the cut over the right eye of Ortiz. And suddenly Victor Ortiz found himself in a place he hadn't been to before.
And Maidana comes right out to start round number 6.
Maidana's figured out he can't miss with the right hand and he won't stop throwing it.
Ortiz is in big trouble and he goes down.
Stop it, Doc. Cut's too bad.
They're going to stop it because of that cut.
What a fight.
December 2009, 6 months after the demoralizing loss to Maidana, Ortiz looked to get things back on track, taking on Antonio Diaz. After a slow start, Ortiz left his mark in round 3.
Oh, nice combination by Diaz, and then Diaz on a counter goes down. There's the power of Ortiz. Diaz is hurt and holding on.
After Ortiz's big third round,